Ms. Lerdell, so it begins today, the beginning of the end for Obamacare as we have come to know it. On the Hill at this hour are the big hitters. Vice President-elect Mike Pence and President Obama each at the height of their respective parties. Pence trying to start a new healthcare law. President Obama trying to save it.
Will get those wheels in motion. He sets up a vote that would be procedural in effect, but it would strip the health care law with a simple majority vote from the GOP. Mike Pence saying that that is just where they're going to start.
We'll focus on repealing and replacing Obamacare. We'll look forward to legislation that will give us the tools to roll back the avalanche of red tape and regulation that's been stifling American jobs and growth. But the President-elect has a very clear message to Capitol Hill, and that is it's time to get to work, and it's time to keep our word to the American people.
Mike Pence on his way to the Hill this morning. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel, they're all ready for us today. So, Mike, what are the expectations for this visit today from the Vice President-elect?
Martha, good morning. Up first, Vice President-elect Mike Pence is expected to rally House Republicans on repealing Obamacare, something many of these Republicans, of course, ran on during the campaign. The Vice President-elect is going to have a variety of meetings here on Capitol Hill today. Starting first on the House side, he's also expected to join Republican senators later today for their weekly luncheon. Again, the central focus of these meetings, we are told, is getting rid of the president's health care law. Mike Pence is well known here on Capitol Hill after serving 12 years as a House Republican, still has many relationships. The difference, of course, this time with this visit is he's got a whole lot of newly elected Republican members of Congress who campaigned on getting rid of the health care law. And so, bottom line, he's going to fire them up, get them ready. These folks were getting ready to get cracking on the Republican agenda.
Yeah, he's playing his role in a big way as somebody who spent a lot of time there, as you say, Mike. So, as for repealing Obamacare, Republicans pulling this in some ways from the Democratic playbook, right?
There is no question about that. When Democrats passed Obamacare back in 2010, they did it just with Democrats' support, so Republicans are looking to scrap it the very same way. There were complaints back in 2010 that we are reworking something as massive as the nation's healthcare system. There should have been some efforts to get Republican buy-in, to get Republican input into doing such a massive thing. It did not happen, and so when you're looking at Republicans taking all the levers of power here in Washington, from the White House to the Senate to the House, they're looking to do it the very same way with a budget resolution that will only need a simple majority in the Senate and the House to pass. And so Republicans are looking to get rid of Obamacare in a hurry in the next week or so, and they're going to take that right out of the Democratic playbook from 2010.
Right. What a difference the election makes. Mike, thank you.
So now the showdown begins. As promised, President and Vice President-elect each expected to hold closed-door meetings within the hour. We're watching it very closely. Senator John Barrasso, a doctor, long-time critic of Obamacare, joins us live in about 20 minutes to talk about the push to repeal and replace. And that is just the beginning of where that story starts today.
And House Republicans going back on a vote to gut an independent ethics panel after sparking a national backlash yesterday. This one was a quick 360. They quietly voted on Monday night to strip the Office of Congressional Ethics of its independence. But by noon yesterday, Republicans had dropped that measure. The move coming after President-elect Donald Trump called House Republicans out on Twitter, writing, with all that Congress has to work on, do they really have to make the weakening of an independent ethics watchdog, as unfair as it is, or maybe, he says, their number one priority? Focus on tax reform, health care, and so many other things of far greater importance. Hashtag DTS, which of course is Drain the Swamp. I mean, the power of a tweet is something that was really on display yesterday, Bill, from Donald Trump.
But you also have a lot of support from Republicans and Democrats to get rid of this aspect of government, and let's say they were too soon. On the Obamacare thing, I think it's very fascinating to see what Democrats are doing. They're going to branch out in different regions of the country and try and put pressure on Republicans not to go along with this. How's that going to work out? Will they have any success at all? That's their angle.
That charge will be led by President Obama today when he goes to Capitol Hill to try to rally Democrats to hold on to his signature legislation. A battle is clearly underway.
Yeah, a lot of moving there. Also today, President-elect Trump speaking out on alleged Russian hacking, calling out the intel community for pushing back a scheduled meeting to later this week. On Friday, and still in quite a skeptical tone, he tweeted this: "The intelligence briefing on so-called Russian hacking was delayed until Friday. Perhaps more time needed to build a case. Very strange!" Exclamation point. Chris Farwell, Fox News Digital Policy Editor. Chris, how are you? Good morning to you. The administration says Friday was always the date, but part of the numerous fascinating elements of the story is this. In 16 days, the 40th president is the boss of the intel community. Agencies he has called into question numerous times over the past 18 months.
Right, and the implicit allegations here are really strong. When you are intimating that maybe Julian Assange, the guy who was behind one of the most damaging leaks of U.S. sensitive classified information in recent history anyway, a guy who was basically seen as an enemy of the state, when you are saying maybe this guy's right and maybe the CIA is wrong, maybe the FBI is wrong, when you're doing that, you are opening up a big can of worms here. And his implicit accusation is that they are corrupt because of Barack Obama. They are corrupt because they wanted Hillary Clinton to win, and they're trying to hurt and delegitimize Trump, so he is doing what Trump always does, which is he attacks anybody who he perceives as a threat to him.
Now let's talk about Obamacare. Big day. I mean, this is the day Republicans have been waiting 6 years for. Now, Democrats would say, hey, you break that thing, you bought it, and you own it. And Republicans would argue, hey, it's broken already. Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, is set to release the schedule today for this repeal and eventually replace. Where does this stand today when you've got Mike Pence on one side making his argument and President Obama set to fight vigorously to defend it?
Hi, sweetheart.